Hey guys, Corell Cooper here with OnTheBlack.com. So as the Mets season kind of wind downs here, I'm going to try something new every Friday, and that is a Mets fan comment post where I look at some of the more interesting comments on the blog posts throughout the week, and I've got three for you this week. The first one is from Metsy, and this is on the On the Black blog, and this is in response to the blog post, Mets should give Oliver Perez another start. In that blog post, I said, basically, what do the Mets have to lose by doing that? And Metsy says, I'll tell you what we have to lose. We will lose the point of benching him altogether. And then Metsy goes on to make a few interesting and good points about why the Mets should not allow Oliver Perez back in the starting rotation. And Metsy, you make some good points, and I do hear everything you're saying. I guess from my standpoint, I'm just looking at it as, one, the Mets need to fill a rotation spot for the remainder of the year, and two, there's a good chance that Oliver Perez is going to be on this team next year unless something drastic happens in the offseason. So the Mets are going to, if he's on this team next year, the Mets are going to have to figure out a way to get him kind of back into the fold, because he can't just sit there and take up a roster spot for an entire season. So we'll see what happens. I mean, ultimately, I want Oliver Perez off of this team, but we'll see what happens. The next comment is actually on the it's actually on the On the Black YouTube channel, and it's from Point Hates Life, and this is in response to the blog post, should the Mets shut down Jonathan Niese? And Point Hates Life says, I think we should send him to the bullpen and let him throw a few innings there like most young starters do. My only problem with moving Niese to the bullpen is Niese's future on this team is as a starter. And, when you're in the bullpen versus starting, you have to prepare for the game a little bit differently. And since Niese is still a relatively young pitcher, I'm not sure if, the Mets should mess with that, if you will. I mean, if he's going to start, let him start. If not, shut him down. So I'm not sure I'm a fan of moving him to the bullpen, but we'll see what they do over the next couple of weeks. And the last comment comes from Ryan, and this is on the On the Black Facebook fan page, and this is in response to the question, is Joe Torre a good fit for the Mets? Ryan responds and says, mistake, big mistake. The most overrated manager in the history of baseball. I'm not sure if I agree that Torre is the most overrated manager in the history of baseball, but I do agree that if the Mets go down that road, it is a mistake. I don't think Torre's style is a good fit for this team. I think that they need someone who's a bit more energetic, a bit more kind of in-your-face type of manager, and Joe Torre is the opposite of that. So those are the fan comments for this week. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.